So today's going to be a pretty big episode. What I'm planning on doing is redirecting the melon and pumpkin farm and also the cactus farm into water streams and direct them towards an automatic storage system that I'm going to be building. So I don't think I need this yet, but I think it'll be pretty important for stuff going forward, especially for building farms and organizing things. So why don't we get started? So I'm just going to place some beds in these houses and see if it makes the villagers more willing. Looks like they're doing their meeting. Let's see what they talk about. Are they dispersing? Is it weird that I'm watching them? And what are they going to do? Let's see if this works. Will that help them breed? There you go. They're willing. Will they actually breed anything? Well, there we go. There is 1, 2, and I think there's also more iron golems coming around too, and there's another one. So it looks like just placing down beds and giving them food actually caused them to breed more villagers. So I've been making some changes off screen I thought I would show you. So this is where my melon and pumpkin farm and my open pit mine was, and I've covered it with dirt, that way I can build some stuff on top. And here's the modifications that I made to my cactus farm. So instead of feeding into a hopper and a chest, I've added a water channel here. It goes over blue ice there, and you can see I have signs to prevent the item elevator water from leaking over here. So it goes into that item elevator up, and you can see soul sand at the bottom. There are water source blocks on all blocks in the item elevator. How I did this was placing a water bucket at the top, and I put kelp plants on each block, and this creates water source blocks on every block. And I'll show you where this feeds up. And this is where it feeds up to. I have built a tunnel right here, and it leads right to my melon and cactus farm right there. And you can see it feeds into this chest and these hoppers. There's a dispenser here, and it feeds into a water channel. How this dispenser is powered is there's 2 observers that are facing each other. They bounce a redstone signal back and forth, which basically dispenses items from the dispenser. You can see my cactus farm over here. Here's my water channel, and the item elevator I believe is right there, that actually leads into this water channel from the melon and pumpkin farm also. You can see it feeds over here. There's another blue ice and a sign, and there's an item elevator that feeds up to the surface. And this is where it leads to. There's the item elevator. It goes into that hopper and the chest where you can see it's collecting items. Also, here is all of my storage, everything in my chest. You can see all my cobblestone, all of my dorite, and what this giant monstrosity is where I'm going to be putting my storage system. So I'm taking it out of there, and I need a more centralized location, and I want a place where the farms can feed into. So this is where I'm going to be building it. So you know what that means? It's time for a time lapse. this is my storage location. Kind of looks weird right now because it's just floating in the air. There's no building around it, but eventually I'm going to build some stuff around it so it doesn't look so weird like it does right now. So let's quickly explain how the redstone works on this. Here is an input chest. Input chest goes into the hopper into the dispenser, and there's an observer clock where it bounces back and forth and ejects the items into an item elevator that goes from my cactus farm and my melon farm. Here is my overflow protection. So when the items actually go into this dispenser, you can see that the comparator is turning on. There's redstone up here, redstone up there, and then there is a repeater here that feeds back into the comparator. So basically it just keeps churning on when an item goes in there, and it ejects the item into the water streams. So here's the circuit for locking the hoppers for the sorting system. So you can see 41 pumpkins here, 4 slots of 1 cobblestone slab. How this works is this item that it's actually sorting has to be above 41, so it has to basically be a stack that can go up to 64. Anything below that won't properly sort in the system. And you only need one of these. You make sure that none of these go over 41 or else it'll mess up the system. So the comparator measures the fullness of this hopper, and then there's redstone dust that goes here, here, and here. You can see a repeater here. You can see that one fired basically when it went above 41, and then you can see these redstone torches that one is obviously turning on and off. So it's actually locking the hopper. So it basically takes anything that goes above 42, sends it down and into this one at the below. So here's the water stream for the storage system. There's a dispenser down here that shoots items straight into that block under here, and the reason for this is it basically none of the items get stuck on the hoppers. At first I actually had the dispenser facing straight and items kept getting stuck on the hoppers, and obviously they're going to spawn if they get stuck like that. So you can see the water stream, it goes 8 blocks. And then I have blue ice here, and items will just quickly pass over that, and there's a sign so the water from that block won't leak over. And you can see that I got the corners here set up. You want to be careful with the corners so that items don't get stuck. So this will obviously just slide over and go into the next water stream, and you can see it goes all the way over, all the way to the end over here. And the last thing I should show you is that with these 3 chests, they're all items that won't be stackable or I don't want to really sort yet. So things like armor, which I put in here, and also tools and weapons won't properly sort in this system. And also, like I said earlier, anything that doesn't stack above 64. So things like slime balls or snowballs or eggs, they can't properly be sorted in this. So I have this one that doesn't really have anything in that hopper, and it'll just sort. Anything extra will be put into these chests. There'll also be a link in the description for a tutorial on how to build this storage system. Another thing is, because the storage system took up so much of my resources, it took up all of my wood, all of my iron, my fuel, a bunch of other stuff, I had to basically take a break in the middle and mine some iron. And when I was mining some iron, I found this giant cave system, and look what I found. You can see some mossy cobblestone there, which means there is a mob spawner right here, and you can see it is a zombie mob spawner, which is useful because I can grind some XP instead of just using the cactus. I think I already grabbed all the loot from here, but this is a decent area. I don't think it's that far from my base, but I'll just have to set it up. So that's definitely a plus. So luckily this episode I found some music discs also, so I thought, why not celebrate by playing them? And let's see what these sound like. Not bad. I think these are one of the ones where if you get parrots, they actually dance to them. I don't know why it's labeled cats. But sounds pretty good.